For 51 days in the fall of 2017, Tampa's Seminole Heights community lived in fear as a serial killer stalked the neighborhood.
Our 8 on Your Side investigation has led us to tell this story in a new way and to bring you an answer to a question that remains here. Why did it happen? Amanda Ciavarri is joining us with a special report.
I know we all remember it well. In those 51 days, 4 innocent people were shot and killed, and other people living in that community were left to worry, would they be next? Casimar Naiboa is part of a group no parent wants to join.
We feel his presence, but our family always gonna be marked by this.
His son was one of the 4 people murdered in cold blood by the Seminole Heights serial killer. Benjamin Mitchell, Monica Hoffa, Ronald Felton, and Casimar's son, Anthony Naiboa. Anthony was just 20 years old. He had autism, but that didn't define him. Casimar says his son was filled with determination, an unstoppable work ethic, and a passion for producing music.
Anthony, very proud to be a producer.
Quiet and reserved, Anthony rarely got emotional, but Casimar remembers a moment just days before his son's murder.
He said, "Okay, Papa, I miss you." The first time he said that.
How important to you now is that conversation?
That stayed with me forever.
Casimar holds that memory close. Still, it can't eclipse the night of October 19th. Anthony took the bus home from work, something he did often. But that night, he was late.
On 8:30 already, more or less, supposed to be walking in, coming in.
8:30 came and went, still no Anthony. Then Casimar turned on the news.
Some breaking news in Tampa. A body found tonight in the same Seminole Heights neighborhood where 2 murders took place last week.
He was hoping it wouldn't be his son, that it couldn't be Anthony. But as time ticked on, his hope disappeared.
Like 1 o'clock in the morning or something, another car came in. And you could see the uniform already, different uniforms. And they didn't have to say anything. They just simply say, "I'm sorry."
I remember pacing back and forth, just thinking, I've got a serial killer on my hands.
Tampa Police Chief Brian Dugan can't forget that night either.
What Anthony was going through, what were the last thoughts that went through his mind before he was murdered.
For 51 days, Chief Dugan and his officers tried desperately to catch the killer.
It was probably one of the most challenging times of my entire career.
The hunt would finally end in this McDonald's parking lot. But even with the accused killer, Howell Donaldson III, behind bars, there are more questions.
You always wonder why. You know, what motivated someone to do this and terrorize a neighborhood.
Our team of investigators went in search for answers. 8 on Your Side poured over hundreds of documents, spent hours interviewing people at the center of this, at the center of the heartbreak.
We're never going to see Anthony again. Never again.
The investigation.
I mean, that is embedded in my mind like it happened yesterday.
And we found there are no easy answers. But we also found a new way to tell you more about this story. This is 51 Days of Terror, the Seminole Heights serial killings. Our new podcast on the Seminole Heights killer will give you new insight on the lives of those who were killed, walk you through evidence, and bring you experts that will reveal what it all means.
When you look at other modern offenses, he actually is not as much of an anomaly.
Our goal is simple, to make some sense out of these unthinkable acts. And you can listen to the podcast right from your computer or your phone while you're in the car, on the way to work, or doing housework. 51 Days of Terror is available right now on Apple and Spotify, also on our website. And we have special pages dedicated to the victims, a timeline, and many other web exclusive. We've made it easy for people to get their hands on this, and we'll walk them through the case.
Good. And we've actually talked as a team. It's important to us to put out these stories as a tribute to the victims.
That's exactly right. We've been working on this since November. When we typically do a piece on the air, we have about a minute, 30 seconds to get across who someone is. For 4 people who were murdered, that's just not enough. So we sat down with their families to really get an idea of who these people were. It's a very personal look at their lives and how their deaths impacted those that loved them and really an entire community.
And a lot to learn still about this case, and more to come on it. Thank you, and a reminder that once